So now that it's later into Messi's career, it's a lot easier to look back at all the things he's achieved and kind of look at a bunch of little moments and be like, there's no way this guy was human. He's actually fucking insane. So I'm gonna go over 6 stories real quick that prove that Messi was not human. Messi played an entire season vomiting and still cooked. So the 2013 to 2014 season, Messi had like a really public health issue. It was like a health issue, but in reality, he just was not taking care of himself. He wasn't eating a proper diet. His timing of eating was horrible. He was getting super sick, so he was like throwing up. And the camera started catching it, so it became like this thing with a bunch of lore behind it. But like every single game, Messi was like leaving warm-ups to go throw up, or he was leaving in the middle of, at halftime he was throwing up, or in the middle of games, he was like going over to the sidelines and just vomiting. But he still like cooked the entire season. And it was obviously like, yeah, definitely the stress of him not being able to adjust his diet, and then also the stress of being Lionel Messi probably does not help to add on top of that. And then it took nothing more than him just like fixing his diet and he was sorted. But throughout this entire season, he still cooked, he still dominated, he was still Lionel Messi. Like the 2013 to 2014 season was still one of his best campaigns of all time. Messi became Maradona at the age of 19. So on April 18th, 2007, Barcelona was playing Getafe in the Copa del Rey semis. And Messi was 19 at the time. And he scored a goal that was like frame for frame, exactly like Maradona's goal against England. Messi like got the ball at half and he just like dropped his shoulder, like just like Maradona did. He beat 5 players off on the dribble, dropped his shoulder again, turned, and just like dribbled the ball calmly into the bottom corner. It's like, I'll play both goals real quick. It's like an eerily similar version of each other. It's crazy, frame by frame.
Pressiona el Barça, talla la pilota. Deco l'envia cap a la dreta per Xavi. Assistència de Xavi, més cap a la dreta per Messi. Messi. Immens Messi. Encara Messi.
It was like one of those moments that everyone had to pause and be like this might be Maradona. Like this little kid might be him, bro. This little nigga might be him. Messi also scored 91 goals in a calendar year. I know this gets glazed so much, but it's actually crazy to think about how like insane this is. Scoring 91 goals in a calendar year. Like most people with goals and assists combined, they're touching like 60s, and that's like a good season. That's an insane season. Like most players in their whole career do not score 50 or 60 goals. Messi is putting up 90 goals in a season. That shit is crazy work. He did 79 for Barcelona, 12 of the goals for Argentina, 59 goals were in the La Liga. And that broke the record for most goals in a season in the La Liga. He scored 13 goals in the Champions League. He scored 5 goals in the Copa del Rey, 2 goals in the Super Cup. And second place for most goals in a calendar year was held by Jared Mueller. And his record was 85 goals in 1972. And Messi blew that shit out of the water, scored 6 more goals than him. And it's like one of those talent records that, like, that shit just ain't getting beat. Everyone looks at it, it's like 91 goals. Yeah, you got it, bro. You got it. And it was also, every time Messi stepped out on the field, he was the best player. Every single team that played Barcelona knew that. It's like, oh yeah, we got to tee up, we got to lock in, we're playing Messi right now. And every single time, this guy would still put up a goal or assist. I think this season he averaged like 1.4 goal contributions a game. He also scored like hat tricks in like consecutive games, like back-to-back games, he'd score hat tricks. And he did it like multiple times throughout the season. That's crazy calendar year, I can't lie. No one else is doing that. It's like Wilt's 100-point game. No one is putting up another 100-point game ever. It's gonna be a minute until we see another 100-point game. It's gonna be a minute until we see a 91 goals calendar year. The coldest moment, 2017 El Clasico. It's probably my favorite one, I can't lie. So in April 23rd, 2017, it was El Clasico. So Barcelona versus Real Madrid. So you already know the stakes are looking crazy. The game's at the Bernabéu, so Barcelona players are like catching heat. You know the crowds, the same way they were on like their remontada when they played Arsenal. But let's just fast forward to the end of the game. Both teams are at 75 points. Madrid did have a game in hand, so they were like technically still ahead, but it was like they were tied. Psychologically, they were tied going into the game. It's like this game will decide it. So they go into this game. Let's fast forward to the end of the game. Madrid just equalizes. It's 2-2. It's extra time. The Bernabéu fans are all, yeah, we're lit, we're gonna win this game. The whole crowd is going crazy. Barca wins the ball, like, Barca players are gassed. They're thinking, yeah, it's probably going to end like this. Madrid has the game in hand, they'll go play at home. But no. Sergio Roberto gets the ball, he carries it forward, slips it into Jordi Alba. Alba pulls it back, as we've seen a billion times throughout their career. Like, how many times have we seen, like, the Jordi Alba to Messi pull back? But anyways, Jordi Alba gets the ball, pulls it back to the top of the box. Messi arrives late. No panic, no rush. Takes a touch, left foot, puts that shit home. Across Navas, ball kisses the corner. Mwah. Put that shit home. It was actually beautiful. The whole Bernabéu was so quiet. It was like when Mateus Cunha hit and scored that goal. It was that the way the Emirates was quiet then. That was how quiet the whole fucking Bernabéu was. Everybody was silent. Messi, coldest moment. Took his jersey off, flipped that shit backwards, held that shit up. He said, Messi, 10. He said, remember that shit. Remember who came and cooked y'all. Messi, me. Took his shirt off. And he didn't run there. He didn't do nothing crazy. He just walked over to the corner, took that shit off. Coldest moment. Second coldest moment, 2015 versus Bayern. So, it's the Champions League. Barcelona's coming up against prime Bayern, prime Pep. He thinks Pep knows Messi in and out. He got light work, right? Luis Suarez scores off a corner from Neymar, but the game was looking tight. Like, it was 1-0 against prime Bayern, 1-0. All I gotta do is just give Robin the ball, cut it on his left, and it's 1-1. So, like, the lead is tight. 1-0 is never safe against prime Bayern. So then, 77th minute, Messi's like, alright, it's time for me to lock in. I'm gonna tee up now. So he gets the ball, top of the box, hits a little with the shoulder. Boateng drops. Boateng is gone. Boateng is on his Upa Macambo timing. He's gone. Neuer comes rushing out. Messi chips him. Little, as Mbappe would say, puts it home and slides the ball so delicately into the net. And not more than 3 minutes later, Messi gets the ball, pulls defenders into him. He's just right. 2 defenders run at him. Slides a perfect ball to Neymar. Puts that shit home. Messi pulls him in. Plays a perfect ball. Orchestrates. Scores and an assist within 3 minutes. Separated of each other. Walk back to half. Said, yup. We're done, let's go home. We finish these lads. 3-0. Let's do the second leg and we're done here. Pep had no words. Pep was just looking into the void. Pep thought he knew Messi. It was 1-0. He was like, yeah, we got these guys, man. Like, this whole second leg, like, is light. Nah, Messi said nah. Messi had this man flabbergasted. Crazy. This coldest moment of all time, I can't lie. Messi's World Cup redemption arc. So 2014 World Cup, I remember being in grade 4. It was like right before the summer. And the final went into the summer, and we were all like, yeah, Messi's gonna win. And I was low-key a Messi hater, I can't lie. I was Ronaldo Glazer back then. So I was like, nah, like, Messi can't win. Germany gonna cook these guys. But deep down, I was like, nah, like, we knew Messi had it. We knew Messi was him and he was gonna win this. But Argentina did their thing. They were looking like the team that they were, stomped over some good teams, got to the final. But that Germany team that took them out was just insane. They were the team that done Brazil, I think it was like 7-1 in Brazil. They took out, I think, Croatia as well. Like, they were just on one throughout that whole tournament. They went in the final, went into extra time, but still Mario Götze put that shit home against Argentina, had Messi in tears. Next World Cup, 2018, everyone's like, okay, this is like Messi's last dance with Argentina. He, like, if I remember right, he did a little, like, he retired from international football, then he came back, and then it was like, this is his last chance to win it with Argentina. Like, this is his time. And then Argentina, like, does their thing, lose the first game, barely make it out of the group stage, go into the round of 16, play Kylian Mbappe in France. Their backline did not know what to do with Mbappe. Lost. But in their defense, France did eventually go on to win that entire World Cup. And I think it was like an 18-year-old or like 19-year-old Mbappe won his first World Cup. France was on that entire tourney. They had prime Pogba in that lineup. They had prime Conte in that lineup. They had Coleman was cooking the entire tourney. The way he just carried his form from UCL Bayern into the summer. Up top, Mbappe defenders did not know what to do with this guy. I feel like that was his first like he had a couple good seasons at Monaco, and then he went to PSG, and he was doing this thing, but that was his first he's him. And then everyone thought this was Messi's last World Cup, like he was going to retire without a World Cup. And then Messi comes again, 2022. Everyone's like, okay, this is actually Messi's last chance. Like, he's old, but him and Ronaldo, no matter how old they get, they're aging like wine. Like they're holding it down. Everyone's like, yeah, they got it. First game, if I remember correctly, they lost to Saudi Arabia in the very first game of the World Cup, and everyone was like, yeah, khalas, Argentina's khalas. Messi's watched. This team is finished. But little do we know, they went to not lose a single other game the entire tournament. They went to steamroll every other team they played. And in the final, they met up with Mbappe again. And it was looking tight. I'm pretty sure Argentina had a lead. Di Maria scored a goal. And then Mbappe scored a goal. And then it was super late. And then in extra time also, they scored a goal. And then Emi Martinez made some clutch saves. And then Argentina happened to win the goal. It went into pens. Messi put his cold pen home, and it was like his whole little redemption arc. We saw him lose. We saw him lose to Brazil. We saw him lose in Brazil to Germany. We saw him lose it in the round of 16, and then we saw him come so close. Like, we saw all the trials and tribulations, but he finally did it. He finally made it. I feel like this tournament was what solidified the Messi x Ronaldo debate, at least for me and all the people that were around me. For so long, I was a Messi, not a Messi hater, but I was just a Ronaldo blazer. So I just in turn became a Messi hater. But after this tournament, after the World Cup especially, it was just put home. It was, khalas, Messi got it, bro. Messi got it. Messi's him. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I put so much time into these videos. I think I have another video coming out similar to this about Ronaldo, and then a video about Pepe to stay in La Liga for a bit, and then we're gonna do some transition over to Prem and talk about some Arsenal stuff, because you know where my heart lies. But I really appreciate you watching this video to the end. If you made it to the end, if anyone is watching this, I really appreciate you. I hope you have. If you made it all the way to the end, I really hope that you have a great life. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. See ya.